Speaking of the playoffs, let's talk about the good teams right now in the NFL. The wild card weekend, of course. We got plenty of previews here. But let's get into the Panthers-Rams, which has the biggest spread of all of these games. And we got to hear from Stafford and McVay reflecting on the last time they played against the Panthers when they lost.
I'd like not to throw it to their team. I think that was the story of the game when you think about it. I mean, we moved the ball well in some areas, scored a couple, in the red zone, did some nice things, ran it well, and just had the turnovers. And really, you look at their defense, that's what they've been able to do to a lot of teams.
Big point of emphasis was the 3 turnovers, and they didn't have any. They had some key and critical, 3rd and 4th downs. I thought they were able to run the ball and kind of control the clock. And the possessions were limited. And so, that was a big thing. But, you give them respect. They made the plays and did the thing to be able to win the football game. And it's a good, humbling day for us, and we're excited about the challenge going against them again.
Evil grin.
Evil grin at the end. For those that were listening, he was just like, we're excited about going against them again.
And held a smile.
And then he'll be playing the Eagles in Philly.
And then he licked his lips. Yeah. I'm making that up. He didn't do that. He licked his lips and he rubbed his hands together all excited.
No lip licking.
And just stared into the camera.
Like Wile E. Coyote before.
I'm sure that's what he did the first time in Week 13. They was 10-point favorites in that game as well.
Am I crazy to think the Panthers cover this? 10.5 is a big number for a road game.
Yeah, they could cover.
I'm asking Jay, not you plus money.
There's no point. We're sitting out pickup lines.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing it. No.
I wouldn't be backing the Panthers.
You're not getting my bet.
So you're not getting my bet.
Not desperate to back the Rams minus 10.5. But
no, I'm not desperate to. I'm just saying, like,
it's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points for a game that's on the road against a team that beat them previously. I understand that was a fluky game. The 3 turnovers, they converted 2 4th downs. They got to Stafford twice, and they still only beat them by a field goal.
Yeah, the problem with the Panthers is they don't do anything well. So that's the problem of trying to beat the Rams. I don't know. Yeah. If they get 3 turnovers again out of Stafford, then maybe. The Rams the funny thing is if you flip this around, this is saying basically that if the Rams are at home, they'd be 14.5-point favorites in a playoff game.
I think it's a trap line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet it.
No, I don't want to touch it at all.
But if the Rams win by 17 points, you're like, oh yeah. Rams
no, 1,000%. Like the Rams could blow them out by 25. Like there's no by 4 touchdowns. It's not a shock. But I also just sort of feel like, I don't know, this smells like a backdoor cover. This smells like
a lot of points.
10.5 is a lot of points for a game that again is on the road. Carolina, like it's a playoff game. I don't know, man.
Matthew Stafford has a bogey division. He cannot beat the NFC South recently. Imploded against the Falcons.
Yes, he
imploded against the Panthers. I suspect he won't implode on Sunday.
And that's why we shouldn't feel like they just going to come in here and roll these dudes over. Like
I'm in the most insane playoff pool that's ever been created. There's 3 steps. There's a bunch of 3 steps. It's a whole thing. I won't describe the whole thing. I won't Finding Nemo it to you guys.
You can if you want.
Yeah. But it's actually very clever. It's basically there's 3 different steps that you have to do throughout each round of the playoffs up into the Super Bowl, and you pick fantasy points, you pick games against the spread, and then you do a survivor, only one. Yeah. I think you can only pick a team once, and it's an entire system that gives you points. And that point, by the end of when you get to the Super Bowl, everyone in the pool has a certain amount of points, and that translates to how many squares you get in a Super Bowl square thing. Like it's the most insane, and I actually love it. The whole reason I bring that up is that one of the legs is that you have to confidence rank. You have to pick against the spread, and then you have to confidence rank them. Yeah. Like this is my number 1, this is my number 2. You get 6 points if you get first right on through. And my last choice. My second last choice was Rams Panthers.
What's your most confident spread?
My most confident spread was the Chargers. I took your pickup line. Chargers plus 3.5.
Wow.
There you go.
I would take the Steelers plus 3 on Monday Night Football. But
that was my second one. I think I took that. But yeah, that one. The other one I don't have a great feel for is Packers -1. That's like a.
Yeah, I think the Packers win, but who knows?
Right. Poke Up said, Rico doing 3 pumps? This is the time.
Yeah, this is a Lawrence question.
You can do 4 pumps.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, the fine probably won't change based on
Nah.
how many extra pumps you do.
Looks like Vinny says Panthers have zero business being in the playoffs. Going to be a JV team versus an NFL team.
It is pretty insane that the Detroit Lions are at home, and the Detroit they didn't earn their way in, but still, yeah, the Panthers. There would be lots of teams who wouldn't be 10.5-point dogs at home against them.
Look, did it? Oh no. The Panthers did not beat the Seahawks. It was another good team they beat. Can't think of it off the top of my head that they had.
The Falcons. They beat your Falcons twice.
I said a good team.
Yeah.
Jay, anything on the board catch your eye for notable player props in this game?
Yeah, I think that Tetairoa McMillan at 55.5, I would lean over there just because I do think that the Rams will have explosive plays through the air, which means that I don't think the Rams are necessarily going to be bleeding 10 minutes a clock, and I think the Panthers will be playing from behind. We saw what T-Mac, a national audience finally saw what T-Mac could do against the Bucs, and suspect that as a 10.5-point dog needing to throw. And Bryce had some success against the Rams last time. T-Mac didn't do a great deal in that game. He got the one bomb touchdown. But yeah, Tetairoa McMillan, he is the best chance the Panthers have in this game.
92.5 is a really crazy high line for Puka Nacua, and I would take the over.
Still.
Yeah.
I would still take the over.
It's Puka.
Yeah, it's Puka.
I'll just throw this out here. When the Rams played the Panthers in Week 13, Bryce Young was quarterback 4 in fantasy that week.
As a 10.5-point dog, I mean, as you sort of talk about playoff pools, we'll talk a little bit more about this in the next segment as well. But, yeah, I mean, you could certainly see negative game script. And, like, he's been a game manager for much of the season, but he's not going to be able to be that against the Rams. I mean, he was 15 of 20 when they beat him. But, like, again, they're 10.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
They're going to have to throw.
The issue is with Bryce, and I agree, but in a lot of games where, like, he has to throw, he just doesn't. They don't sustain drives. The Seahawks game, they were down the whole game, and they got blown out late. And it's like, all right, where are the Bryce Young garbage time yards? It's never come. Kneeling out the clock, down by 2 scores. So, yeah, it's been a very strange season for the Panthers. It is bizarre that they are in the playoffs, but we are here. And Bryce Young has had flashes, and Tetairoa McMillan's an elite wide receiver, so who knows?
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.